Hi, I'm Celeste, and welcome to Find Your Purple. Well, I've been off YouTube for a couple months, and sorry about that, so I thought I would use the SSSVEDA challenge to get back into the groove. SSSVEDA is a video every day for the month of April, and they'll be short, but it will allow me to kind of bring you up to date on what's been going on for me. Now, if you saw my channel last year when I started it, my journey was about, I guess, finding peace with aging. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I felt. I just wasn't comfortable with where my life was going. So I started on a journey of finding hair products and hairstyles and makeup and exercises, things that I felt would make me feel better and look better no matter what your age. Well, that journey has taken me a different direction than I would have anticipated. In the summer, I went to a plant-based diet. And in October, I decided to read the Bible for the first time. Now, I haven't completed it yet, but it wasn't what I expected. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't get any aha moments for the first several weeks. I talked to a couple of my siblings, and they said, just stay with it. Just keep going. And I started with the New Testament, and then they kept out of Revelations. Haven't read them yet. Then in January, I participated in a prayer fast with our church, which last year I started going to church for the first time in 40 years. And there was a shift this year. And I started over with the Bible, this time starting in the beginning with the Genesis and working my way through. And it's clicking. Things are making sense. Things do stand out when I'm not expecting it. I grew up in a house where, one, we didn't read the Bible. There was one that my mom must have got when she was, very early in her marriage, but you had to be very, very careful with it. The pages were very fragile, and I wouldn't have dreamed writing in it. As I'm going through it now, I will make my notes. I will highlight them. Underline. I think I'll go back to it to see how I've grown in the process. With it, it was recommended that you keep a journal, a prayer journal. And I've not been a journaler, but I don't know if that's a word, but I am writing down what verses I'm reading and what I'm getting out of it and what prayers I might be saying or what I'm asking for, so that I can see what the changes are that are happening. Because again, in October, I was reading the very same words and it wasn't clicking. I was doing it because I said I would do it. And it was like an Excel spreadsheet. Today I read Genesis 1 through 5 or 6 through 8 or something. So I was very intellectual about it, very matter of fact. And the shift occurred somewhere in December, after reading every day for 6 or 8 weeks, that something changed. So now when I read it, I am getting something out of it. I'm feeling something different. My siblings, who are very familiar with the Bible, it had encouraged me to keep with it. They just said, keep reading. And I think maybe that broke down some walls. I am finding the journey very interesting. And I thought this month I would kind of share some of my aha moments, some of my surprises. So I'm aging more quickly, I think. The downside, I think aging accelerates as you get older, but I have more of a peace about it than I had before. And I think that in large part is due to my journey with the Bible. So I would never have dreamed at this time last year that this is where I would be right now. But I thought I would use the SSSVEDA challenge and kind of let you know what I'm doing with it and how it's coming. So, as always, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and let's start sharing. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.